My name is Dr. Michael Stewart, and I serve as the Associate Vice President for Student Affairs here at Middle Georgia State University. As we prepare to begin our ceremony this afternoon, we ask your assistance in ensuring that the family, member, or friend you are here to see gets the recognition that they have earned. The graduation procession will begin in a few moments, and you will be able to see the entire ceremony on the screens to my left and right. Any guests not seated at that time will be asked to remain where they are until the procession has concluded, after which standing guests will be allowed to go to their seats. We do request that guests remain in their seats during the procession. A video recording will be available on our YouTube channel for you to share with your family and friends. Also, professional photographers are capturing still shots of your loved ones as they make their way into the venue. During the ceremony, all of our graduates look forward to hearing their name called as they cross the stage, so we ask that you please limit your celebrations and hold your applause until the end. Then our provost will invite you to join him in offering all of our graduates your heartfelt congratulations. On a related note, although that we believe all of our graduates are important, honor graduates who are receiving bachelor's degrees are recognized with a Latin phrase given after the reading of their name. Those who graduate cum laude, which means with honor, earned a grade point average of between 3.5 and 3.7. Those who graduate magna cum laude, which means with great honor, earned a grade point average of between 3.7 and 3.9. And those who graduate summa cum laude, or with highest honor, earned a grade point average of between 3.9 and 4.0. As a final sound-related request, we do ask that you check to see if you've silenced your cell phone. At the end of the ceremony, Dr. Blake will ask you to remain standing for the alma mater, if you will do that. Lastly, we request that when the ceremony ends, you exit the building and proceed outside to continue the celebration with your graduates. In the unlikely event of an emergency or evacuation, we will ask you to calmly move to designated areas as we work to communicate further instructions. Now, with those preliminaries out of the way, we invite you to enjoy the spring commencement ceremony of Middle Georgia State University.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Dr. David Jenks, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs here at Middle Georgia State University. It is an honor to welcome you to campus. Today, President Blake and I join with MGA faculty and staff, along with parents, relatives, friends, guests, and dignitaries to celebrate the Spring 2025 graduating class. We extend our appreciation to all who have been involved in planning and preparing for today's commencement ceremony. Their efforts have made this a day to remember. On this truly special day, we celebrate the achievements of our graduates. This semester, we confer 15 dual enrollment students with degrees and certificates through our Georgia Academy program, making a significant milestone for our institution. They join over 700 graduates, each of whom has persevered to reach their personal achievement. To celebrate the accomplishments of all graduating students, we host 3 commencement ceremonies on campus today, with 2 more taking place tomorrow. These smaller ceremonies provide a personalized experience, ensuring that graduates can celebrate in a way that is both meaningful and memorable. As we gather in celebration, it is also important to acknowledge the challenges and losses that we have faced this year. I ask that we take a moment to pause and remember those who are not with us today. Please direct your attention to the stage, where you will see an empty chair draped in black regalia. This chair represents the absence of our beloved students, staff members, and faculty members who have passed away over the year. May their legacy inspire us to continue to make a positive impact in the world and to cherish every moment with those we love. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor their memory. Thank you. Today, we celebrate commencement, a new beginning. For graduates, that may mean moving away from an area of comfort, leaving the spaces of learning, and possibly parting ways with close friends. This commencement ceremony marks the beginning of a new pattern of life, a new schedule, and a new set of responsibilities. However, before the candidates for graduation move on, let us all enjoy today's ceremony and celebrate what has been accomplished. Let's take a moment to recognize just how far all of our graduation candidates have come, while so much in life has changed over the course of their studies. Candidates, if you're the first in your family to graduate from college, please stand and remain standing. If you are a parent while being a student, please stand and remain standing. If you are or have been a first responder while being a student, please stand and remain standing. If you are active duty, an armed forces veteran, or in a military family, please stand and remain standing. If you had a full-time or part-time job while taking courses, please stand and remain standing. If you're proud of all the work you've done and are ready to receive your diploma, please stand and remain standing. Ladies and gentlemen, the Spring 2025 class of Middle Georgia State University. Candidates, you've received a great deal of help getting to this point. This support has come from many people in your life, including family, friends, possibly donors of a scholarship, and members of the Middle Georgia State University community. Let's take time to appreciate those who helped you get here today. Faculty member, please stand and remain standing. The faculty at Middle Georgia State University have certified that all candidates have completed the requirements for their respective degrees. Their continuous support and dedication to higher education enables us all to be here today. Join me in thanking them with a round of applause. Several others have helped you on your journey. Parents, please stand and remain standing. Grandparents, please stand and remain standing. Spouses and children, please stand. Siblings, extended family, partners and friends, please stand and remain standing. Candidates, take a moment, look around, find your people, think about those who couldn't be here today. Join me in another round of applause to honor those who helped you attain your goal of becoming a university graduate. And now, please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Vincent Perez Sanchez, a senior in our BA in Music program.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Vincent. Please be seated, everyone. Candidates, as you reflect on your educational journey here at Middle Georgia State University, it's important to recognize the significant impact that our donors have had on your experience. Please welcome Nancy White, Executive Director of the Foundation and Vice President for Advancement, who will give greetings on behalf of the MGA Foundation.
Good afternoon. As you reflect, I am on the wrong page. Good afternoon. I'm delighted to be here today to celebrate the incredible journey of our MGA graduates. The MGA Foundation was established to raise private funds dedicated to supporting our students on their path to graduation, and we take immense pride in your achievements today. Thanks to the generous contributions to our foundation, many graduates here have received scholarships and emergency assistance. Every MGA graduate has benefited from the foundation's support, enhancing their classroom experiences and campus programs. As you embark on your next chapter after today, we encourage you to stay engaged as proud alumni throughout your careers. Today, you join a vibrant alumni association of over 47,000 members worldwide. Your ongoing connection to our alumni family will help strengthen MGA as a university. So congratulations on this significant milestone, and go Knights!
Well, good afternoon. My name is Chris Blake. I have the honor of serving as president of Middle Georgia State University. Each year, our Student Honors and Awards Board designates a President's Scholar on behalf of the entire senior class. The student chosen must have an outstanding academic record, have been involved in campus and civic activities, and have exemplified a true commitment to their time at Middle Georgia and our values of stewardship, engagement, adaptability, and learning. The individual speaking to you shortly was selected to represent the senior class of 2025, and she exceeds in all those qualities. Amanda Jimerson's love for nursing began at the age of 13 when she was diagnosed with lupus and kidney failure. Amanda remembers the nurses who took care of her and how incredible they were. This experience started a dream of wanting to become a pediatric oncology nurse. Amanda graduated this morning with her bachelor's in nursing. Her instructors referred to her as a joy to teach, always eager to learn and deeply engaged. Indeed, she would bring her own supplies of peritoneal dialysis equipment to class. I'm learning that each time I say it. It's slightly better to get it right. Peritoneal dialysis equipment. And she enriched the experience for herself and others in so doing. Her enthusiasm and dedication to sharing her knowledge have made a lasting impact. She stated more than once how MGA has been an asset to her life, her learning, and she believes her future. The faculty are proud of everything that Amanda has accomplished in the same way that they are proud of your accomplishments. And they are confident that she, like you, will have a bright career and a bright future as a result of being at Middle Georgia State. It is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you, representing the senior class of 2025, Miss Amanda Jimerson. Amanda.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to be speaking to you at Middle Georgia State University's Spring 2025 Commencement Ceremony. I want to start off by thanking the professors for their wisdom, encouragement, and guidance that they have provided for us throughout our time here. I would like to congratulate my fellow graduates and offer a few words before we embark on wherever life takes us next. Today is the day of celebration, a day where we stand at the threshold of new beginnings. It's a day that marks the end of one chapter and the exciting start of another. But for me, today represents something even more profound. It symbolizes a journey not just of academic growth, but of survival, strength, and most importantly, the power of hope. 3 years ago, I found myself in a battle for my life, struggling to breathe and fighting against an invisible force that seemed much stronger than I was. A ventilator became my lifeline, and I was confined to a world where every breath felt like a victory, and every moment outside that machine felt like a dream I wasn't sure I'd be able to wake from. But in those moments, when hope seemed distant and the future uncertain, something remarkable happened. I realized that, just like any struggle, giving up was never an option. The fight wasn't just for survival, it was for my dreams, my purpose, and my future. And as I came off that ventilator, each breath I took wasn't just a sign of recovery, it was a reminder of resilience. I stopped thinking if, but I started thinking when. Today, as we stand on this stage, we are reminded that our journey, whether it's one of overcoming personal obstacles, academic challenges, or moments of doubt, does not end when we reach this moment. In fact, this moment is a new beginning. It's a beginning where we can breathe freely again, where our dreams are no longer confined by limitations. I know many of you have faced your own challenges, whether seen or unseen, and at some point you may have wondered if it was all worth it. You may have felt like giving up was easier than pushing forward, but let me tell you this, do not ever give up on your dreams. No matter how far away they seem, no matter how difficult the road may be, always remember that hope is the breath that keeps us going. One thing to remember is to always be tougher than the situation that you are in. Graduating today is not just a testament of our intelligence, our hard work, or our achievements, it's a testament of our courage. To every late night, every tear shed, every moment of doubt, and every small and large victory along the way. We've made it this far, and now it's time to take a deep breath and embrace the future. The world is full of possibilities, and it's waiting for us to step into it with all of our strength, all of our passion, and all of our hopes. You've already proven that you have what it takes to face the hardest battles and rise above them. So no matter where life takes you from here, never forget to breathe, never forget to hope, and never forget that your dreams are worth fighting for. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Amanda. And now it is my pleasure to introduce our Spring 2025 commencement speaker. Ms. Deborah Lamb is the founding director of the Partnership for Inclusive Innovation, a statewide public-private partnership committed to investing in innovative solutions for shared economic prosperity. She continues to lead smart communities and urban innovation work at Georgia Tech. Prior to this, she served as Pittsburgh's inaugural Chief of Innovation and Performance, where she oversaw all technology, sustainability, performance, and innovation functions of the city government. Before that, she was a management consultant at global engineering and design firm Arup. She has received various awards, including being named one of the top 100 most influential people in digital government by Apolitical. She has worked and lived in the United Kingdom, China, Taiwan, and Hong Kong. A graduate of Georgetown University and the University of California, Berkeley, Deborah serves on the board of the Community Foundation of Greater Atlanta and was most recently appointed by the U.S. Department of Commerce to the Internet of Things Advisory Board. Please welcome our commencement speaker, Ms. Deborah Lamb.
Good afternoon. To the class of 2025, your families, your professors, and those that are here because someone promised you dinner afterwards, welcome. Today you join the ranks of the 38% of Americans that hold college degrees. That's rarer than you might think and harder than anyone on the outside ever really knows. Congratulations, you are exceptional. And to help you stay exceptional, because you are the class of 2025, I'll give you 5 things to do. Number 1, get a passport. About 48% of Americans hold a valid passport. You've learned here how to solve problems, how to troubleshoot systems, manage projects, decipher data. Why not take these skills internationally? Learn how to troubleshoot tech issues in Tokyo, manage the London Underground, and learn how to decipher a menu in Bogota. My undergrad major was in foreign service, but it wasn't until I went abroad that I truly knew how to translate my studies. I interned at a radio station, rode on buses with live animals on the roof, and made lifelong friends. Be open to these experiences and apply your skills internationally. Number 2, move your body. In 2020, only 47% of Americans met CDC's recommended guidance on exercise. Physical wellness supports mental clarity and emotional resilience. You don't have to run marathons, just find the joy in staying active. So let's start with a small but significant exercise right here, right now. Everyone, raise your right hand. A little higher than that. Now turn to your neighbor and give them a high five. There, we've collectively burned 30 calories. Number 3, read for fun. Only 43% of Americans read a book for pleasure each year. You spent years reading assigned texts and technical documentations and maybe a few articles you found a video summary online instead. Don't stop reading now just because it's not assigned. In fact, since becoming a parent, I've become quite the connoisseur on children's literature, diving into the world of talking animals, princesses that save themselves, and a superhero that wears a diaper. So I urge you, unravel a mystery, explore the realms of science fiction, even get lost in a romantasy. Feed your curiosity and read. Now, the first 3 are for yourself, but staying exceptional isn't just about doing what's for you. It's also about doing things for other people. That's where the next 2 come in. Number 4, recycle. Only 32.1% of Americans recycle regularly. You've mastered complex systems, everything from databases to patient records. Recycling? It's just another system. I grew up above a small Chinese restaurant my parents ran. Our lives revolved around the restaurant. While it was really hard to have friends over, we also had the world's shortest commute before remote work was a thing. My father, the chef, was always busy, but sometimes he would find time for us to collect metal bottle caps. It was our game, how many we would collect and what kinds we would collect. Looking back now, I realize that it was moments like these that gave us a chance to connect. Every bottle cap that you collect or every piece of plastic that you sort, no matter how small, contributes to something significant and creates lasting impact. Number 5, volunteer. In 2023, just 28.3% of Americans formally volunteered. Whatever your major, you now have real transferable skills that go beyond a singular paid job. You can lead, you can organize, and you can help. One of my first volunteer experiences was at a nursing home, where I learned to dance the polka with residents in wheelchairs. To this day, I can only really dance the polka with the wheelchair as my partner. As I got older, I realized volunteering is a mutually rewarding experience. Many of the challenges that we face today cannot be solved by a single entity or sector alone. Governments, universities, nonprofits, they all have their limitations. That's why it's essential to collaborate through public-private partnerships. The partnership I helped create is based on this idea, bringing people together to increase access, spark innovation, and spur economic growth. We've deployed millions of dollars across Georgia and launched hundreds of projects that have expanded small businesses, created new jobs, and spurred groundbreaking technologies. So now it's your turn. I urge you to mentor a student, help clean up a park, or even care for small animals. Whatever you do, do it with purpose and do it together. So there it is, 5 ways to stay exceptional. 3 are for yourself, 2 are for others, all of them are for Georgia and the community. Number 1, get a passport. Number 2, move your body. Number 3, read for fun. Number 4, recycle. And number 5, volunteer. Do even 2 of these things and you will continue to stand out because you are part of that rare group of people that make things better for everyone. Class of 2025, congratulations. You've done the hard thing. Now go on and do the next hard thing and stay exceptional. Thank you.
Deborah, in gratitude for your time and thoughtful words for us today, an honorarium has been given to the Middle Georgia State University Foundation in your name. Nancy White, Vice President of University Advancement and Executive Director of the Middle Georgia State University Foundation, has a small token of our appreciation. Thank you both. On behalf of the Middle Georgia State University faculty, it is my honor to congratulate the spring 2025 graduates on this special occasion. Commencement is a time to recognize your academic accomplishments, so we joined your family and friends in celebrating your success. As we call the names of the degree candidates, graduate students will be called first. These graduate students will be hooded. Hooding is the first of 2 important academic rituals that take place during today's commencement ceremonies. It is reserved for graduate students and will be performed by the School of Computing Dean, who will place the hood over the candidate's head. This action symbolizes the passing of knowledge from the academic community to the graduate and signifies the graduate's inclusion into that community. For the hooding, graduate students, please hand your hood to Dean Kuhang. He'll be standing up here behind the yellow line. There's a little yellow box out in front. Come up to Dean Kuhang, hand him the hood, turn around, face the crowd. He'll put the hood over your head, turn around, shake his hand, shake, shake, shake. Stop over here for the president. That's the most important part. He's going to hand you a diploma and take a picture. Do not try and run past him. That never goes well for people. If you have any questions, I'll be right in the middle. You can stop and ask as you go by. You all ready to cross the stage? There we go. I was like, you got to be a little more excited about it than that. And now, assisting with the presentation of degree candidates, our President Blake, our academic deans, our registrar, Miss Angie O'Neill, and our commencement caller, Dr. Jennifer Brannon.
Good afternoon. I'm Jennifer Brannon, Vice President for Student Affairs, and it's my pleasure to call forth each of the graduates participating in today's ceremony. Candidates for doctoral degrees in the School of Computing, please come forward as directed to receive congratulations from Dean Kuhang, Dean Balding, Provost Jenks, and President Blake. Michael Wayne Albert, Doctor of Science, Information Technology. Chelsea Atkins, Information Technology. Joseph J. Brooks, Information Technology. Jason Patrick Brown, Information Technology. Joyce Porto Burnett Davis, Information Technology. Sebastian Castaldi, Information Technology. Michael Allen Clough, Information Technology. Ariendra Dahal, Information Technology. Christopher Paul Daniels, Information Technology. Naomi DeGraft, Information Technology. Malcolm Eads, Information Technology. Alexander Manfred Elliott, Information Technology. Stephen Fabeo, Information Technology. Omikia Purefoy Harrison, Information Technology. Natoya Hill, Information Technology. Marcel Koba, Information Technology. Charles Wesley Milam, Information Technology. Simeon Olaomum, Information Technology. Andrew Palmer, Information Technology. Julie Prevette, Information Technology. Alan Frederick Spector, Information Technology. Paul Franklin Tatum, Information Technology. Gail Volz, Information Technology. Candidates for graduate degrees in the School of Computing will receive congratulations from Dean Kuhang, Dean Balding, Provost Jenks, and President Blake. Utsave Aral, Masters of Science, Information Technology. Adriana Samuels, Information Technology. Stephanie Trinidad Harris, Information Technology. Jasmine Jones, Information Technology. Jay Kim, Information Technology. Andrew Leonard, Information Technology. Erin Catherine Long, Information Technology. Jonathan McBride, Information Technology. Millicent Chumwa Opoku, Information Technology. Marina Prieto Gonfus, Information Technology. Quintavious Deshawn Robinson, Information Technology. Destiny Raven Somerville, Information Technology. Quincy Thomas, Information Technology. Hannah Lee Thurston, Information Technology. Devon Watts, Information Technology. Next, the candidates for undergraduate degrees in the School of Computing will receive congratulations from Dean Kuhang, Provost Jenks, and President Blake. Christopher Maurice Boone, Information Technology. Tanisha Marie Dominique Goodwin Brown, Information Technology. Jalen Amon Callahan, summa cum laude, President's List Scholar, Information Technology. Daryl Anthony Gueco Castro, summa cum laude, President's List Scholar, Information Technology. Elliot Marcellus Clayton, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Information Technology. Revi Garrett Clements, Information Technology. Jessica Allen Davis, summa cum laude, President's List Scholar, Information Technology. Matthew DeLuna, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, Information Technology. Lydia J. Dempsey, magna cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Information Technology. Dylan Patrick Eddy, Information Technology. Christabel Minerva Espada, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, Information Technology. Griffin Fraker, Dean's List Scholar, Information Technology. Paulo Frady, Information Technology. Nicholas James Gray, summa cum laude, President's List Scholar, Information Technology. Joshua Christian Hajak, Information Technology. Dontrell Hill, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Information Technology. Alexander M. Hosso, Information Technology. Delmar Clayton Jury, magna cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Information Technology. James T. Link, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Information Technology. Michael Nicholson Jr., Information Technology. Haley Pittman, Information Technology. Cameron Travis Rogers, Information Technology. Lauren Michelle Silverstruck, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Information Technology. Jamarcus Smith, Information Technology. Justin Smith, Information Technology. William Daniel Strickland, magna cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Information Technology. Kathleen P. Wells, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Information Technology. Gavin Elijah White, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, Information Technology. John Braden White, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, Information Technology. Cameron C. Yancey, Information Technology. Tristan B. French, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Jacob Morton, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Mathematics. Hafiz Sheikh, Mathematics. Austin Adkins, Associate of Science, Financial Technology. Shelby O. Stewart, Dean's List Scholar, Financial Technology. Next up, the candidates from the Georgia Academy program will receive congratulations from Georgia Academy Representative Dr. Aurora, Dean Kuhang, Provost Jenks, and President Blake. Sarah Nicole Ellis, President's List Scholar, Associate in Computer Science. Caleb G. Kilburn, President's List Scholar. Brianna Lee Bailey, Information Technology. Jaden Burnham, Information Technology. Sakari Michaela Clifford, Information Technology. Sarah E. Leiby, Dean's List Scholar, Core Curriculum.
One of my favorite parts of the ceremony. President Blake, on behalf of the faculty, I proudly present these candidates who have now satisfied all requirements for graduation and ask that you confer upon them their respective degrees.
Well, to the graduating class, congratulations. As your president, I thank you that you chose Middle Georgia State University. And in these few words, very few words that I'm about to say, they represent a major milestone in your life and for the rest of your life and your career. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree or certificate you have so diligently pursued with all the rights and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations! And now, graduates, since you have transitioned to that of a graduate, we have a tradition here at Middle Georgia that you are going to help us with. It's the turning of the tassel. That is the thing that's on top of your cap. Would you put it on the right side of your cap? If you're not sure what is right or left, your neighbor probably does. They can help you. So put it on the right side of your cap. There you go. It's tied on like mine. Okay, we'll forgive that. You are going to be helped in a moment with a little ritual which we will all see means you are no longer students, you are now graduates, because we are welcoming back people who have sat in these chairs before you in previous years. Welcome back some of our alumni to Middle Georgia State University. Please come through. And what they are going to do in a moment is to turn the tassel on the first row, and then the first row will turn around and do it to the second, and the second to the third, and you get this, you are bright people, you know what to do. Graduates, would you please stand up and say hi to the person in front of you? And counting down, 3, 2, 1, please turn. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing the graduating class of 2025. Congratulations. Thank you, alumni, for helping us with that. Please be seated. So, as president, I get the last word of a very short lecture. I get the final one. Our faculty and staff have sought to encourage the very best in you, and some of you will continue in your education. Others of you will be leaving Middle Georgia, and others still will be pursuing careers in the state or elsewhere. But whatever happens at this next chapter, you are now Middle Georgia alumni. And this is a relationship that is very important and an enduring one. We are proud of you, and we hope for the rest of your lives and careers you will be proud of this university. I have one very important request that we heard so well expressed by our commencement speaker. Your education has been for your empowerment. It will help you. But as educated people, we need to give back to society. Our degrees are earned not just for our own empowerment, but also for building the common good. And we need a world where that is built. So I ask you to, in the days ahead, think about how you will do that. Develop yourselves and help develop the world around you. We've been talking about transitions today, and today is one of the major ones in your lives and certainly in your education. It is a great pleasure then to introduce today the song that our alumni sing, our Alma Mater. This was a tradition we began in 2015. In a few moments, I'm going to ask us all in this arena to rise up, and then the Alma Mater will be on the video screen, sung by the MGA Chamber Singers under the direction of Dr. Rebecca Lanning. After that, we will conclude. I would ask our guests and our families and friends to please allow the graduates afterwards to be able to exit before you come out. That's how we will do it. And I have one other very important housekeeping piece. If you shook my hand on the stage, and I think we did, didn't we? You've in effect shaken hands with about 200 other people. So don't go out and grab a cookie and put it in your mouth before you wash your hands, okay? We want you to be healthy. So with that, would you please all rise for the Alma Mater?
Through the rolling hills of Georgia, in the heart of the great Peach State, we build our future-shaping lives. The quest is ours to take, with boundless possibilities and the lessons of the past. We sons and daughters of MGA, our friendships ever last. We knights of truth and honor, with knowledge as our sword, we raise our voices loud and clear, our hearts at MGA.
Graduates, I thank you that you chose your education at Middle Georgia State. I thank the parents and the loved ones who have helped your graduates reach this point. To my colleagues, the faculty and staff who have labored to bring these graduates here, thank you. And to all of you who have staged this wonderful commencement, please have our collective thanks too. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I formally declare these commencement exercises are concluded. Godspeed and go Knights!